Welcome to the Social Smarty Scoop, your weekly update of all the social media marketing news you need to know for the week ending the 2nd of March 2025. Let's dive on in. First up this week, LinkedIn is rolling out comment impressions. Now, what does that mean? Well, in the past, when we post something to LinkedIn, yes, we can see how many impressions or how many views that piece of content has received. But not everyone is super confident with creating content or posting on LinkedIn. So if you've ever done any LinkedIn training with me, you'll know that one of the strategies I teach is if you don't feel like you are confident enough or you want to create your own content, just by commenting on other people's posts and being active on the platform, you can still have an impact. So this new metric is going to tell you how many times your comments on someone else's content have been viewed, which is fantastic. In my opinion, this is literally LinkedIn reinforcing that message of just showing up on the platform. You can have reach, you can have impact, you can get your message out there without having to create actual content. Now, just a quick note though, comment views are not unique. So if someone, or even you, sees your comment multiple times, it will be counted as multiple views. But I still think this is such a good step in the right direction. Instagram is reportedly considering launching a separate app just for Reels. Now, it's just getting a bit much, isn't it? So we know that Instagram is working on a separate video editing app, which is called Edits. And now there are rumors that there is going to be another app, which is just for Reels. Now, this would obviously be a direct competitor to TikTok. We already know that Instagram is going head to head with TikTok with the likes of having Reels on the Instagram app, plus TikTok owns CapCut. Edits, the new app, is going to be a direct competitor with CapCut. So now, why on earth does Instagram think that they need a whole nother app just for Reels? I don't know, but I'm happy to just keep Reels as a tab within the main app. Let me know. Come and find me on social media at socialsmarty.co what you think about this. Would you use a separate app? YouTube has reached 1 billion monthly podcast listeners. Yes, podcast. We're not just talking about normal videos that people publish on YouTube or YouTube Shorts, the vertical short videos. We are talking about podcasts. Now, if you have a podcast, you need to link it up to your YouTube channel. It is super easy. Literally, all you need to do is connect up your RSS feed for your podcast, and every time you publish a new episode, it will publish through to YouTube. Now, if you are not sure what I mean by that, go and have a look at my YouTube channel. So you'll find it is Social Smarty Co, and you'll see that there's a tab there on my channel for podcast, and all of these podcast episodes are pushed out there as well. Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram, has officially debunked the myth that saving posts as drafts before you publish them does not impact their reach. Now, in the past, this rumor has been floating around that if you create a post, save it as a draft, and then later on go to publish it, your reach is not as good as it would be as if you created the post and then published immediately. Not true at all. Adam has confirmed that. So go ahead, save your drafts, publish them later, schedule them, do what you need to do to remain consistent on the platform. Instagram has also confirmed that your audience size has no impact on how well your Reels perform. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you'll already know this, but the way that it works is that when you publish a Reel, it pushes it out to people who are interested in the topic or the content that you're creating. So it has nothing to do with how many followers you have and more about the type of content that you create. So Instagram has given us some recommendations, some reminders that you really should focus on grabbing attention fast in those first 3 seconds, using trending elements, whether that is filters or maybe it is audio, encouraging engagement. So when people engage with your reel, that's really important. We want to post high quality, personality driven content. And they have also confirmed that we want to stay consistent with at least 10 reels per month. Let me know again. Come and find me on social media if you are posting those 10 reels a month or if you think that's a little bit unrealistic. LinkedIn is testing a feed of content from only your connections. So we know now that when we scroll through our LinkedIn feed, there's all sorts of content in there. There's content that is from our connections, our second degree connections. There is recommended content, all sorts of things in our feed. This would allow us to switch to a separate feed, which focuses just on content from our first degree connections. Instagram has delayed the launch of its new app edits. This is the one that I was speaking about earlier, the CapCut alternative. Now, if you have been into the App Store, you can actually join the waitlist or indicate that you're interested in the app so that you get a notification when it is launched. Now, recently, we have seen the date of launch change from the 13th to the 31st of March. No details on why that date has changed, but go and check in your App Store, search up Edits by Instagram, and have a look at the release date there. And lastly this week, TikTok has refreshed the desktop version. It looks really similar to the Instagram desktop version, so it's more aligned with the actual app itself. I have never been a fan of TikTok for desktop, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. There we have it. That is your social media marketing news for the week ending the 2nd of March 2025. If you have a minute, please leave me a rating or a review wherever you're listening to this podcast. I would love to get this podcast out to more listeners. And if you want to continue the conversation, you can always find me all over social media at socialsmarty.co. Until next week, stay social.